Hi everybody! I want to spend just a couple minutes talking about our Annotating Sources assignment that we are doing this week. And annotating is really important because it helps us engage with what we're reading and helps us determine if it's something that's going to be useful in terms of our research and supporting our persuasive argument or the counter argument. Remember that we are going to have 3 or 4 sources, and at least one of them needs to be addressing that counter argument, the other side of the argument that we are presenting. So what are we doing with our Annotating Your Sources assignment? It's really nicely set up in MindEdge as kind of a fill-in-the-blank almost process. And remember, we do want to hit submit in MindEdge, but we also need to download this assignment and then upload it in Brightspace. And I know that that dual submission assignment can be frustrating, but right now that's the way that we do it. So be sure to submit in MindEdge, and then also be sure to download it and upload it into Brightspace. If you ever have any questions with that, be sure to let me know. Now for this assignment specifically, we are going to assess if it's something that we want to use and also how we might want to use it for our paper. We will be doing this activity for 3 of our articles. I'm sorry, there's my fan. I know it's loud. We will be doing this activity for 3 sources, 3 articles. We do need to have 4 sources in our final paper, but for this assignment we're only going to focus on 3 of them. Remember that we can get one source from the internet, but we do want to try and get our other sources from either the Opposing Viewpoints database or the Academic Search Complete database. I don't know if you guys can hear my puppers walking around by me. It's Evie, she says hello. Alright, so remember, one of those sources we do want to make sure that we're presenting our counter argument as well. That's really important. Whether or not you include the results of the CRAP test, the CRAAP test, it's up to you. I do find it beneficial to observe the results of the CRAP test on your articles, and then I can be like, yeah, that's super great, let's use that article. But you don't necessarily have to include that number. Whether or not you do include that number, do be sure that you process all of your articles through the CRAP test. And there is a link in here within MindEdge to that CRAP worksheet. If I could speak, it'd be great. Alright, so what are we doing with this assignment? If we click on source 1, remember we're going to do it for 3 of our articles, you want to select a source from either the Opposing Viewpoints database or the Academic Search Complete. And here in step 2 is where that CRAP test worksheet is. It's so weird to say that to you guys. And on step 3, we want to make sure that we are identifying our source clearly within this box. And identifying the source means that we need to also have the title, the author, and also the publication date, if you can, and maybe even mention where you got it from, if you got it from Academic One source, or if you got it from, oh, it just fell out, man, Opposing Viewpoints. Okay, and then step 4, fill in the blanks to generate a summary portion of your bibliography entry. So you could actually copy and paste this phrasing right into your text box there. It seems that this source is arguing what? What do you think that source is arguing? This source is using this evidence to support that argument. So it seems that this source is arguing for something. And it is using this specific evidence, maybe a direct quote or some statistics. What evidence is that source using to support their argument? Step 5, again, it's kind of a fill-in-the-blank thing, so you can copy and paste this text right into your text box. Personally, I believe the source is doing a good job, or I believe the source is doing a bad job, and why. This is where we kind of assess the effectiveness of that article in supporting their argument. So personally, I believe that this source is doing an excellent job of supporting its argument because, and then fill in the blank. Step 6, again, it's a copy and paste thing that you can do here. So copy this text into your text box, and then let's fill in those blanks. My problem is what are you arguing here? For my example, my problem is I feel that there's no place in academic writing for text or SMS lingo. So that's how I would answer that fill in the blank. This is my intended argument. I think that text lingo needs to be removed out of academic writing. I think that this source will be very helpful in supporting my argument because it offers specific statistics, for example. I think that the source will support my other sources because it provides other information that the other sources don't have, or it contradicts, does that counter argument. So again, you want to copy and paste this little prompt into your text box and then fill in the blanks as is appropriate for your argument, your problem, and the source that you are assessing. Then we want to click that little submit button, and we do it for source 2, and then we do it for source 3. And then make sure you hit submit, and that's going to tell me that you did do your work in MindEdge. Be sure that we download our Word document and then upload it into Brightspace. Alright, let's take a look at our rubric here real quick before I leave you with this one. And again, our rubrics are available here, but also where we upload them in Brightspace as well. And again, if you ever have any questions on that dual submission, do let me know and I'll be happy to clarify for you. Again, with our rubrics, we have our key elements, our critical elements that we want to hit, and then we have our levels of proficiency. Proficient, needs improvement, and then maybe not evident if we forget to do something. Super straightforward with this one. Sources. Do you clearly identify your sources? Do you clearly identify the arguments and include at least one counter argument? And remember, this is important. Give me 2 sources that support your argument and 1 source that supports the counter argument. And I know that the counter argument can seem a little bit contradictory, so if you have any questions on why we do that or how we do that or anything like that, just let me know. You can connect with me anytime, text, chat, email, you can even call me, or we can post questions in the general discussion forum as well. And then, do you explain the credibility of the source by providing relevant supporting evidence? That's that little assessment. I believe that this article is going to support my argument because, and I believe that this source is going to support my other sources because. That's what we're looking for in terms of credibility. And then again, there's our good old articulation of response. So these are the critical elements that we're trying to hit with our annotating our sources assignment. Again, if you have any questions at all, let me know. One thing that I encourage you guys to do is not overthink this because we tend to do that when we're annotating our sources, but we don't necessarily need to be overthinking it. It's fairly straightforward. Copy and paste and submit, and you're going to be good to go. If you have any questions, let me know.